Hey guys, today we are going to talk about bullfrogs. Bullfrogs are a type of frog that grows very large. Just like other toads and frogs, they start off as a tiny egg and grow into a tadpole. Then that tadpole grows little legs and their tail shrinks down, and pretty soon they turn into a giant frog. So today we are going to talk about a special frog called a bullfrog. All right, guys, this is a baby bullfrog. Remember, we've learned that when frogs are born, they're born as tiny little eggs, and then they grow into little tadpoles, which have long tails and big round bodies. And then as they get bigger, those big round bodies start to grow little legs, which you can see this one right here is growing some legs. Can you see them on the back? Can see him sticking out, and pretty soon he'll grow some legs in the front and he'll lose his tail, and then he'll be a full-grown adult frog. This is a bullfrog tadpole. That's why it's so big. And we've learned that bullfrog tadpoles take 3 years. When they're born as an egg, they're 3 years old before they turn into big bullfrogs. I put one of the little tadpoles in a little fish tank so you could see it swim around a little bit. They stay close to the bottom of the water, and they hide in all the dirt and leaves and sticks that are in the bottom of ponds so that none of the bigger fish eat them. They're kind of squishy and slimy feeling to touch them. And they have little mouths that poke up out of the water to breathe. You can see his little mouth right there. Can you see his little mouth? Here's a video of a bullfrog tadpole before it gets any legs. So you can see his belly is still smooth. There's no legs growing. But in a minute, I'm going to show you one that already has started to grow legs. Here's a bullfrog tadpole that's already started to grow some of its back legs. You can see here's a little leg right here, and he has one on the other side too. And he's using those to kick around, and he's starting to learn how to swim with those back legs. Here he is when we let him go back in the pond. He's swimming away. Hi guys, I am so glad that you were able to come to the farm with me today. We have been talking all about bullfrogs, and all the little tadpoles that we've been catching and I've been showing you videos of all came from this pond right behind me. We call it the frog pond because of the big giant frog statue in the back. But it's a great place for tadpoles to grow up and turn into big frogs. So this is where we've caught them all and where we let them go when we're done with them. I have a special story I want to share with you today. It's called And the Bullfrogs Sing, and it's all about bullfrogs and how they start off as teeny tiny eggs and grow into tadpoles and then grow into big bullfrogs. Here we go. It's springtime. Listen while the daddy bullfrog sings his song. See if you can hear the daddy bullfrog singing. Do you hear those bullfrogs? The mommy bullfrog likes his song. She lays her eggs on the water's surface in sheets on the top of the pond. So here's the eggs. All the teeny tiny little eggs float on the surface of the pond. A fish tries to eat an egg. Yucky! To some fish, bullfrogs' eggs taste bad. When the eggs hatch, the babies have no legs. They only have long tails. They can breathe underwater just like a fish. But they're not frogs yet. They are tadpoles. The tadpoles nibble plants. They nibble algae, and they grow fatter. And very soon, they begin to grow little legs. So the ones I was showing you that had the tiny little legs starting to grow, that's what's happening in our book right now. Their tails grow much shorter and they learn how to breathe air. Now they are little tiny bullfrogs. Little bullfrogs taste yummy to some animals. Fish like to eat them, and so do turtles, birds, and snakes. Uh-oh, those little bullfrogs have to be good hiders. Bullfrogs don't chew their food. They gulp it down, wings, fins, bones, and all. The little bullfrogs like to eat. In fact, all they do is eat and hide. If a fly buzzes by, a long tongue shoots out. Zap! Bye-bye, fly! If a spider crawls by, zap! Bye-bye, spider! If a tiny fish swims by, gulp! Bye-bye, fish! The little bullfrogs eat and grow all summer. They grow all fall. They are not little anymore. Now they're middle-sized. Winter comes and the nights grow cold. Frogs are cold-blooded. They need the sunshine to keep them warm. So the frogs jump into the pond. On the muddy bottom, which is where they swim down to, their hearts begin to slow down. They breathe through their skin, and they look like they're sleeping. But they're not sleeping. They're hibernating. We've learned about some other animals that hibernate. We talked about bears hibernate, and squirrels and chipmunks hibernate in the wintertime. So now we're learning that frogs hibernate too. When spring comes, the bullfrogs wake up hungry. They hop out of the pond. The middle-sized frogs eat big fat worms and moths, sometimes even little lizards. The male bullfrogs begin to sing their song again. Rum, rum, rumpa-tum-tum. Can you hear them? The middle-sized bullfrogs eat and grow all spring long. They grow all summer long. When fall comes, they have turned into big, fat bullfrogs. When winter comes, the bullfrogs begin to hibernate again. They go to the bottom of the pond and fall asleep. When spring comes, birds whistle, crickets chirp, foxes yip, and the bullfrogs wake up. The bullfrogs sing, and the females lay her eggs on the top of the pond. Soon, there will be more baby tadpoles. We've caught some big bullfrogs out here before that were humongous. When they get big, they are huge, bigger than most frogs you've ever seen. They're very cool to look at. I hope you enjoyed our story about our bullfrogs and the videos that we've seen, and hopefully we'll find some more cool animals to show you soon.